Hello and welcome to another episode of me painting again. I've got my plate out again with my paints. I'm just giving it a quick mix. Some white and blue, cerulean blue and white. Got some vermilion red on here, titanium white, cadmium yellow, brown black, yellow ochre, burnt sienna, sap green and ultramarine blue. So I've got quite a mixture of colours. You could put other paints on your plate to paint this. You don't have to use the same colours, because you can always do it with just black and white if you wanted. It doesn't really matter, does it? You do what you want to do. So today I'm going to do something a bit more complex than I usually do. So I'm not sure how long this is going to take me to paint. So if you're in for a long ride, welcome. So I spent this morning designing this painting, messing around on the computer. I did it. Sometimes I sketch in my sketchbook and design like that, and sometimes I'll go on Photoshop and design like on that. And I do enjoy Photoshop because you're almost painting. Well, you are painting, you're digitally painting, but it just doesn't feel like you're painting. Well, it doesn't to me anyway. I don't know, it's weird. I think what's good about it is when you get a screen that you can paint on, that's when it feels more like you're painting. When I first started digital painting, I was using a piece of plastic, and then just trying to paint on it, but I couldn't really do it. It does take a bit of time to get used to, actually. I think if you can digitally paint, you can paint, and if you can paint, you can digitally paint. It's all the same thing, isn't it? Right, so there's my sky. So I want to create a lot of depth in this. I want to my brain is going overdrive, thinking about my colour for there's some mountains here. I'll just bring that down a bit, and then I've got a sky I can use. I'm thinking I want it a little bit darker, so I might get some, if I get some of this red. Got too much there really. Into my sky colour. Maybe a little bit of the brown black as well. What about a bit of ultramarine blue as well? That's not too bad a colour, actually. Let's try that. So there's a mountain way off here as well. Pull that in. So this sort of shape, it's way off, like I said. Just going to tap that. It gets rid of the edges a bit when you tap it away. You can use some of this colour to create this mountain here, which I'll darken at some point, I think. But I just want to kind of draw things in, get the idea of things. I might have this going right up like that. And then on this side as well, I can use this colour to do this side of the mountain. We can have it quite, I want it sort of spiky. One there, and then bit there. Pull in a bit more ultramarine blue here. A bit more the dark, a bit more the ultramarine here. There we go. Something like that there. So what I'm doing is I'm creating my zone because I've got what I'm going to do is have a lot of waterfalls going all over the place, so I need a bit of a background zone. Paint it in so I know where it is. And then I've got a foreground zone. I can use sky colour to create mist and distance, and then I want to create light as well. So you're painting everything. When you're doing your painting, you're painting in your shapes, putting in your idea, and then you're painting your light, and you're using what I always say I'm using is nature. If you follow nature's rules to a degree, you can't really go wrong, in theory. Theoretically speaking. Right, so now I am going to go into a bit of tiny dot of red. Oh, that's too much of a big dot actually. I'll just wash my brush. Now I'll get some white in that tiny dot of red. And I've got a cloud. It's funny, what I've started doing when I'm painting, this isn't what I was going to say. What I'm actually going to do now isn't what I've been doing. But what I've started doing is I've been painting everything like a shade darker, and then I come back and go lighter. I've been doing that a while now, and it's a way of escaping problems. Because the problem is with painting, you can commit yourself to a stroke, and then if it goes wrong and you've done it really dark, you're in trouble, aren't you? So what I've started doing is being a lot more thoughtful. I think the word is. I do think more than I used to. That next opportunity for a bit of paint comes out of a bit more thought than it used to. I don't know if I've become scared of making a mistake or or I got a bit better. I don't know. It's hard to tell, isn't it? I think I've learned from my mistakes. I quite like that so far. I might put a little bit more here, behind this mountain here. I can use that cloud to bring out the silhouette of the mountain. Something like that. I'm going to put a bit of light on there at some point. It's washing my brush. Right, let's come forward before we start going crazy. I want to start bringing this in. So we've got a bit of a land. So what I might do is use a bit of the brown and the yellow ochre. And the blue. Something like that. You see how that's put a bit of white in it. A bit more. That's going to be our dark. But look how light it is. It's so light. How can that be our dark? That makes no difference, no sense. But it does, because I don't want it to be too dark yet. This is the thing. So what I want to do is use this. Got a bit of clump here to build up our area here. And we can put where our land is. So we paint in the land, and then we can paint in the water afterwards. This is just a way of doing it. I'm not sure if I would tackle this the same way if I was using oils. Maybe I would. Could paint it over a few days. This is why I'm enjoying acrylics at the moment. Is I can do a painting that would probably take me a few days if I painted it in oils. But I can paint it all in one go, just let it dry, paint it all in one day. Makes good for videos. Should have done this a long time ago, but never mind. I had a lot of fun doing a lot of oils. Still have an oil painting I need to finish. It's sat on the easel still. I'll have to get around to that. So we've got a bit of a tree there. Still using the same colour. Up there. Got land coming out. Somehow I got red on me. I must have dipped into some red paint. Use that paint to get rid of it. Never mind. Got some more trees there that I painted in. Paint that in there. Water, water. Bring that forward to like there. So we're building up the land now. Got some land. And then I'm going to put a base colour for the water as well. And I was just washing my brush then I realised I haven't brought this down far enough yet. That wants to be probably there. Some of this blue brown. Gonna have water flowing down here and then flowing down there. So there's going to be quite a lot of water. Using a little bit of white and blue, bit of a white and blue. Just going to add a bit more. Bit of mist to that. Just send that area back a little bit then. Put a little bit of that light there, maybe a bit on there as well. Give that tree a bit of mist as well underneath it. It's going to get misty, isn't it, with all this water that I haven't painted yet. You have to imagine it. Imagine there's water everywhere. And you can start putting all this additional mist and things already there, ready. Build up lots of layers. Okay, now I want some water. I reckon it's a nice colour would be some cerulean blue. Let me show you. Cerulean blue and a bit of sap green here. There, that's about right, I think. We're going to go with it anyway. We can change it. This is the colour of the water. Nice sort of tropical kind of colour. Now it does look a bit dull so far, but that's good. Like I said, I always try and paint in the dull bits first, and then we can have a little bits of light breaking through it. Just picking up some white on my brush, and then I'm adding it, bringing it across in places. Okay, I'll just let that dry off a little bit. So first things first, I'm going to start lighting up the mountains in the background, and then when the mountains have got a bit of colour, bit of yellow ochre, so yellow ochre and a bit of this cad yellow, and maybe a little bit of red in it. Don't want to go too crazy with the red, just a tiny bit. Just going to give my paints a quick spray. Okay, now this side. Shall I do this side first? Something like that, and then throw into a bit of dark colour. Use that on the other side. Just use my finger to smudge that a little bit. Yeah, that looks quite good. That actually looks better than my original bit that I did. The digital bit. Always looks better painted. I'm a fan of paint, just paint. Enjoy it. Bit of light there, that background, and then get rid of it using my finger, and that'll do. That'll do for the highlight for that. Maybe there's a bit there as well. That'll do. And there's some hitting there and there, hitting this side. And this side a bit more. Bring that down a little bit. Maybe there's a bit more of a, like that. Maybe a bit more there. Yeah, something like that. And then I might use a bit of this colour with a touch more yellow ochre in it, and I'll put a little bit on this land here. A bit on the top of this. On this tree. On this tree. So you're just picking out areas that we want a bit of light hitting, breaking the dark. I'll put some of this that comes down here. Little areas where there's a bit of green. Okay, I'll go with that for now. Now I need to start thinking about water. I might use my other brush. It's a watercolour brush, this one. It should work nicely. Basically, what I'm making, I'm going to show you as I make it. I'm putting a bit of brown and white, put some blue in it, some more white, some more white, and that is probably enough for our water, which is this is gonna be the water, the first pass at it, I guess. We'll do it like this, and then we add the light in afterwards when it dries. So what I'm going to do is run the hairdryer across this quickly, and then we'll start throwing in the next bit, the water. Okay, I've given that a bit of a dried it off a bit, and now I'm going to come in with this grey colour. I don't want too much on the brush, just want enough so there's a water going down here. I'm just gonna down there to start with, and then here it's coming down there and there. And also there. to join that one as another. Another one there. A bit more blue in my colour. A bit more blue in it. Put a little bit more blue in there. Okay. And then here's another one going across. Pouring through there. I'm going to have another one going there as well. Looks like there should be one there, doesn't it? Just go with your painting. And there. Definitely one there. I'm leaving gaps within the paint as well, because when you look at water, as it's dropping, it has like spaces. It's not all like complete. Got a little bit more white in my colour. And this is all starts falling down. Gonna go a lot lighter with the blue. A bit more blue and a lot lighter. We're still not on our lightest yet. splashing, coming down. Can use a little bit of paint just to pull over what I've done as well, and that just gives it a bit more. So the next bit is we'll start bringing it down here as well. So we've got the water going along here, and then it starts falling over all this around these rocks. And coming round, and then splashing over this area here. And then coming down there and into the water. There's water everywhere up here, and then it goes to about there, and then some coming there, some coming down here. Some coming down this bit. Another one dropping down there. Some dropping off this edge onto there, and some going down here. So we've got quite a lot of water coming down now. So then, after this, then we need to start looking at where the light is, and then we can start putting light in there as well. We can mist this again a bit further up, because there would be a lot of mist, wouldn't there? Okay, so now I've got to think about where the light is. So we've got light coming in and it's going to bring out some of these areas. So what I might do first is this rock here needs developing a bit. This area can be this rock here, rock there. This area. Got a few little changes in colour. I forgot I was making a video then. I was just painting away. Got a bit of yellow ochre. I want a bit of more light, sort of breaking this. Maybe breaking this a bit. Bit of yellow ochre on this. We're starting to get some more to it, aren't we? Starting to get a bit more here and there. A bit more light, sort of hitting some of this. More green in it. Nice bit of yellowy green. Got some of this stuff growing, algae and moss and stuff on there. I like moss. I remember when I was walking around this woods and there was moss on everything. I thought it looked amazing. Just moss, it just makes stuff look a bit more magical, a bit more old or something, I don't know. Something about moss. Should be a name of a film or TV show. Something about moss. Be a big hit. These trees have disappeared a bit, so I might give them a bit of a lighting up. Bit of bushes and stuff. And I also want a rock bit here. I've got some bit of a ledge there, so we can bring the water up. Maybe this is part of it. Maybe it comes down to there. Just trying to break that up a bit. Something like that. I'm sort of painting in stuff, removing stuff, painting it in again, removing it. I want that to be separate now, like this is behind this one. There we go. It creates a space between them. Okay, now I need to dry this again, and then we can start putting a bit of sunlight hitting some of this water, because at the moment everything is a bit shadowed and we want it to be lit up. What I'll use, I'm going to get some white, and I'm going to get a little bit of yellow ochre in it as our sunlight colour. There we go. I'm going to start on these top bits. So imagine the light is breaking there. Maybe there's a bit more, because this is there's a bit more light hitting because it's going down there. Maybe we can have some light there. Now this one will definitely be in the light, so let's go. Maybe it wouldn't reach that far. Maybe it would go to there. But the light is hitting there. And then maybe it's catching this bit there. But it's really catching this. And then as it hits this, bit of rocky area. It then breaks and comes down. There's a bit of light hitting that bit there as well. And then over here, we're getting it lots. That's spraying down, and then I think there's a hole in this rock, and then it just goes. Down here as well. Really had fun with it. Think of the all the sounds. The sound of all this coming down. Here as well. Bit more light on this side as well. Going maybe some light there and across that. Going there. So then that area. Trying to think of strokes that you would have. Okay, so we need to straighten this off a bit. It's a bit lopsided, which is right up here. It needs a bit of that there. Okay, that's looking pretty good. We've got all these different ones going. Of course, some of them won't be getting the light like others. Some will. Let's leave that side a second and let's carry on this side. And we've got some light that's just breaking through, and it's not quite there yet. There's little bits of movement in this, and then it comes down here and flows into there. And in here, be flowing quite quick, wouldn't it, when you think about it? The amount of water that's coming down. Just putting some more dots in amongst this. You can really develop it further. There's almost a face there. Right, now we're back to adding that light again here. There's light going and there. There's a lot of water going. I thought of doing this because I like waterfalls. And I like painting water, and I like painting things that I don't get to see. Because you don't get too many waterfalls where I live, unless you look in someone's garden and they've got one set up. It's more of a. You get some good trees though, but by doing this, I can create some. Give this water a bit of movement, some strokes. Spraying my palette again just to make sure it doesn't dry out. Just going to get some a bluey, greeny, white to add a few little some light in this. Bit bit of yellow in my colour. I'm going to add a bit more, make this sort of sparkle, this water a little bit. Just made this colour. It looks the same as what I had. Don't look any different. Let's just carry on. Put a little bit of ultramarine blue in it. I think that'll do. What I want is a bit more light in the water, some little glints of light. I think that'll do me. We've got quite a bit of stuff going on now. Nice little bits of glints of light in the water. Maybe using a little bit of the sky colour, I can just lighten that bit there. Yeah. Well, I think I am there. I think I'm at the point of I have too much fun painting, I do. How can you not, though? When you're splashing water around like this. Yeah, you could even just something I've just thought of as well. You can get some white. And some of these areas we can splash on a bit of more light. Get mist in the air. These little dots of light, they're in front, mist. Little water droplets in the air. Yeah, I think we're about done for this area. Anything I can think of doing. So I could do a bit more there and have sort of a more of a bluishness on the rear of the rocks in places, especially where it's a bit dark, like there. I don't want it to be like that dark. Yeah, I think I'll call this one. I'm gonna put a little bird in the sky. I might use a bit of red, a bit of a dull red. Where would I have a bird? Maybe there. And we can be a bit clever and give him a bit of light. Bit of a orangey white. Maybe needs a bit more orange in it. Something like that. That's quite good actually. This has turned out better than I thought it would. I'm pretty happy with this. So I hope you enjoyed it. Hope it's given you an idea of what you could do with paint, an idea, a sketchbook or a canvas, and a few acrylic paints. And hope you enjoyed it. So thanks very much for watching this one, and I'll see you at another one. Cheers, bye.